Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on my channel we are not about perfection, we are not about the Instagram editorial looks, we're just all about real makeup for real life and real people. Today's video is a very exciting collaboration with 3 other lovely ladies here on YouTube, and I can't wait to share them and their videos with you. We're doing an all cream product. Get ready with me. I have oily skin, in case you're new here. And it's just meant to be Valentine's Day or romantically inspired. So I'm really excited about that. But before we get into the look, I want to tell you a few things about these wonderful ladies I'm collaborating with. First and foremost, I was invited by the creator or the person who put together this collaboration, my girl Angela. You know her, you love her. She's over at Beauty and Life with Angela. She has a new channel, used to be Beauty by Angela, so if you haven't gone over to Beauty and Life with Angela, definitely go over there and check her out and subscribe. Angela does a ton of fun stuff on her channel. She does foundation reviews, she talks about skincare, she does 3 looks 1 palette, get ready with me's. I love her coffee and chat videos. Specifically, if you like Jessica Brown's coffee and chat, you will love Angela's coffee and chat. So make sure to check her out. Now let's talk about Riri. She is very new to me within the last couple of months that I've been watching her. She and Angela did a collaboration on Wishlist not that long ago, and that's when I discovered her channel and started watching some of her content. Her channel is called The Brutally Honest Beauty, and that is exactly what you can expect when you go to Riri's channel. First of all, I love her vibe. I definitely connect with her vibe, and I really enjoy her content. She does everything. I love seeing a lot of independent brand content over on her channel, and it's become a go-to for me to sort of discover new brands that are out there, and not just the more commonly known independent brands either. So if you're interested in that, or you're just looking for good vibes, I think you will find that over on The Brutally Honest Beauty. And last but not least, we have Amanda from It's Amanda. And I just have to say, from the moment that she comes on camera and says, "Hey, it's Amanda," I have a smile on my face and I'm ready for a good time, and that is definitely what you will find over on Amanda's channel. She does a myriad of different things on her channel. She had a series going with the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette with Riri, and they were creating different looks in different ways every single week, and that was super fun. She also does a ton of unboxings, so if you love subscription boxes, if you like being nosy like me, you will also love Amanda's channel for that. And with all of that said, we better get into the get ready with me, because if you're from my channel, you know I'm chatty. So I will have a naked face in 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's get started. I did go ahead and start off the complexion with the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow primer, and I'm just trying to use this up. And also I do like a glowy base under the foundation I'm going to use today, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick. I have the shade Shell Beige. This is in my Shop My Stash this month, as well as I'm just trying to kind of use this up. It is probably the oldest foundation in my collection. Now that I decluttered my healthy foundation, I just have this much left, so I'm gonna use that up. But I'm just gonna go ahead and buff that into the skin with the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I also really like this for cream bronzer, but I'm gonna speed through this part. I just know that I think this is one of the more durable foundations on my skin, and especially with no powder products, I thought this would be a really good base for the rest of today's makeup. And as is par for the course here on my channel, I forgot to tell you why I need a more durable foundation underneath cream products. That is because I have combo to oily skin, so I almost always powder my skin But for the sake of science today, we're not going to do that. Next, I'm going in with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. This is in the shade Light 60W, and I love this concealer a lot. And this is also in my Shop My Stash for the month. It's a really nice shade match for me right now, as is that foundation. So I'm excited to kind of work through those products this month. So I just go ahead first and tap that in with my ring finger. And then I'll go in with a sponge to sort of make sure everything is nice and even, pick up any excess product that might be there, and just make everything overall look a little bit more skin-like. I also wanted to say all of the products will be linked down below that I can link, but I do think that this L'Oreal foundation stick is possibly discontinued, which stinks because I'm just now getting to the point where I am really enjoying it, but if I can find it anywhere, I will link it for you. This is the point when I would normally powder, but instead we're gonna go ahead and move into cream bronzer. This is the Fenty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade Butta Biscuit. I love this cream bronzer, as well as the Huda Beauty Tantour, the Tarte Sea Breezy cream bronzer. There's a lot of good ones out right now, and I really like cream bronzer, and I really like that these are mostly like, they dry down to a matte. I believe this one even claims to be waterproof, although I haven't tested that claim. And for me and my skin tone, this just turns out to be kind of a really natural bronze, which I like. So if you do celebrate or enjoy Valentine's Day, what do you think your Valentine's Day will look like this year with COVID and everything? Do you plan to go out, order in, make your own dinner? Do you plan to do anything? We don't typically make a huge deal out of Valentine's Day, even though it is the day my husband proposed to me. It's kind of like any other date night for us when we do a date night, you know, dinner, maybe a movie, all at home, because that's our preference. But also COVID, you know, that shall not be named, definitely makes a difference this year. And to be frank, this year my hubby's not going to be home for Valentine's Day. He is out of town working, as he frequently is, and his birthday, darn it all, is 2 days after Valentine's Day, and he's not going to be home for that either, which I just feel terrible for him. Having to work, you know, on his birthday is never fun. I mean, I think a lot of us do have to do that as adults, or have had to do that as an adult. I know I did back in the days when I worked outside of the home. It sucks, but we will celebrate when he comes back. Also, our wedding anniversary, our 18th wedding anniversary, is in March, so we will definitely celebrate. You know, maybe we'll celebrate them both at the same time. Doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, it'd be like any other date night for us. Dinner, movie, snuggle, kick the kids out. So, all right, took me a minute to get there, but I do love this bronzer. I think it's really beautiful, looks really natural. It's really easy to work with, and I think sometimes I forget about it, but I'm glad I used it today. The next couple of products we're going to use are from ColourPop. And I'm gonna go in with highlight first. I really wanted sort of a golden highlight today, so I'm gonna go in with Lunch Money. I'm gonna pick this up on the sponge and just press this onto my skin. Sponge is definitely my favorite way to use this product. It took a long time for me to kind of figure out how I best like to apply Super Shock cheek formulas. With a blush, I do enjoy brush as well, but for this one, I really think it just works the best with a sponge. And then I'll go ahead and do the Cupid's bow with my finger. But these are just so nice. If you're scared of cream products or wary or what have you, ColourPop Super Shock highlights and blush are definitely the way to go. They're very, very forgiving and just gorgeous on top of that. So, and then my precious Super Shock blush in the shade Between the Sheets. I love this thing, as you can probably tell. So this is the e.l.f. 105 brush from the Beautifully Precise line of brushes, like I said. And you can still get this brush at Ulta on the website. I don't know about in store. This is my favorite cream blush brush. And it's just perfect. I'm kind of bringing my blush up a little bit toward the end of my brow. Just a little bit almost of a draping situation here, since we are using cream eyeshadows and, you know, need a little something something. If you're new here, I love blush. I go ham on blush, and today is no exception. And because I want to look cute, across the nose. Cute, right? All right, before we get into the eyeshadow and the lip, I'm gonna pop off of here and do brows. Brows, mascara, and eyeliner are not a part of the all cream challenge, so those will just be typical regular products. Today I'm gonna use the CoverGirl brow pencil, ultrafine brow pencil in the shade, what shade do I, oh, soft brown. And the e.l.f. Wow Brow in the shade neutral brown. So I will do that. I will prime my eyelids, and when I come back, we'll be ready for some cream eyeshadows and maybe a glitter. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Hey! Finished off my brow pencil. Boom! I was able to get both brows in. That's always a plus. All right, now let's do eyeshadow. I did prime my lids with my current primer, which is this little deluxe sample of the NARS Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. It's the sheer clear one. And for my deepest shade on my eyes today, and the first shade we're gonna work with, it's the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in the shade Marie Antoinette. This is a really cool color. It's somewhere between a bronze and a taupe, in my opinion. And I love this. I have had this for quite some time. I use the snot out of it. This is sort of my one and done go-to eyeshadow for days where I just have time to do a look kind of like this. So I'm excited to be using it today. And I think this is great for every day, but I also think this is great for like a date night. You can really create some drama and smoke to the eye. You can just see how close that was. I first apply it with my finger typically, and then I take this little duo fiber eyeshadow brush, but anything really, any blending brush will work. You know, as long as it's one that fits with your eye. You don't want anything too big. And honestly, it's a little better or easier to work with if the brush is a tiny bit scratchy. Just saying. And then I will also pick some up on like a little dense domed brush, a pencil brush, anything like that, and sort of take this along the lower lash line as well. I love this on the lower lash line. It's just such a beautiful, you know, definition without being anything too crazy. I'm gonna put just a little bit more of this on the outer part of my eye and up into the crease, just to make sure we have a pretty smoky base. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour eyeshadow in the shade Socialite. A beautiful rose gold. Get the shirt now. So I'm just gonna take a little of this on my index finger here, and I'm kind of going to look straight on into my mirror, and right where my pupil is going to be where I place the shadow, kind of a halo eye, if you will, although I don't know that this is going to be quite as much of a glow or a brightening shade as I thought it might be over the Charlotte Tilbury shade, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be bright. Before I decide about glitter, for my inner corner, I'm going to go back into the Lunch Money highlight from ColourPop and pick it up on this brush on the other end and kind of do like a scooping motion on the inner corner there. One of my favorite things to do with an eye look, especially like even a darker eye look, sometimes it's nice because it just gives a little bit of a lift to that inner cavern of the eye. So maybe you can see the difference. I was thinking about using this e.l.f. glitter in the shade Flirty Birdie. I think I will, but I think I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand and again use my fingers because I don't want a like thick application of this. I really just want to kind of pick up a little bit of the glitter part and tap that on my lid. Well, yeah, that's pretty. And I like to bring my glitters up a little bit up to into the crease because then with my eyes open, you can still see the glitter since I do have partially hooded lids. Let's just go crazy, shall we? I am loving it. That is so pretty. All right, I'm really pleased with this. What I'm gonna do is pop off of here and do some eyeliner and mascara, and then we'll come back and do a lip. I'm trying to think which liner I want to use today. I'm kind of thinking Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. It's like a burgundy brown shade. That might be nice. So I'm gonna do that real quick and then I will be right back with you. We are back and ready for lips, and I don't know what the hair is doing today, but if you're from my channel, then you are used to that. And if you're not from my channel, if you're over here from Amanda or Riri's channel, I have naturally curly hair. I use the curly girl method, but my hair needs to like air dry, and today I don't know what she's doing. So we're gonna just leave her alone and carry on with our day. I'm going to start out by lining my lips with the Milani Understatement Lip Liner in this shade Nude Entrance. And then for my lip today, one that I actually don't get too much use out of, and that needs to change, is the ColourPop Just a Tint in the shade A Go-Go. See? Need to use this more. This is definitely something I would wear out for Valentine's Day. I really like it, but I need to know what you think. What do you think of this full face of only cream products? As an oily girl, when I hear an all cream look, my oily little pores shudder at the thought of it, but I think with the right products, it can be really pulled off, and therefore, you know, make your makeup look a little more natural, less powdery, and still get good wear time out of it. I think it's important to think about your base products. If this was a warmer month, I definitely would have gone with a more mattifying primer. This one is glowy, but it doesn't add any hydration to my skin, so it's really good for that. The L'Oreal Infallible is a long-wearing foundation and also, you know, semi-matte. I would call it demi-matte. So it lasts really well on my skin, and other cream products therefore last longer on top of it. So that's my 2 cents for what it's worth from this oily girl over here. If you're here from my channel, I would really appreciate it if after this video you would go and check out my girl Angela, Riri, and Amanda, and check out their videos, see what products they picked, how they might inspire you, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy their videos as much as I do. And with all of that said, thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me today. I appreciate your time, comments, subscriptions, all that good stuff. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful Valentine, love, romance makeup days. And I will see you in my next video soon.